Hey guys, I'm Pancho Moeller from Rob Zombies 31, and you're watching Without Your Head.
Welcome to the station of decapitation without your head. I'm Nasty Neal, and I'm joined by Doomhead of 31 and Winslow Foxworth Coltrane, aka the Midnight Wolf Man of Three from Hell, Richard Brake. It's very cool to have you here.
Thanks, man. Nice to be here.
Good. So you're joining Bill Moseley and Sherry Moon Zombie and Sid Haig in the trilogy. Is there any pressure to that to be part of an existing franchise?
No, none. I found no pressure. Actually, I was just more thrilled than anything else. It was more a question of bringing me down off the ceiling. I was so excited and high about it. It's just a great set of films to be a part of. So it's a world that I was more than excited to join. In the form of Foxy.
Yes. It's a great name, by the way. I had to look it up at first. I thought he said Foxworth.
I think it's the best name of any character I've done.
I thought they said Foxworth at first, so I had to look it up to make sure what the actual name was.
Yeah.
Well, the name and the character, does Rob have before you play the character, do you come up with a backstory for your character, or was there one given to you?
Yeah, I mean, I do that anyway, always with every character that I play. And Rob, no, he leaves it to you pretty much. But what he does do is he writes, he writes his script, and the script always kind of gives you a sense of who the character is and the relationships between the characters, and because he's such a great script writer. So there's clues in there and a feel for who this guy is, and then I basically fill in the details and using my imagination and flying on airplanes, working out bit by bit what the life story of Foxy was before we started shooting.
Mm-hmm. You said he leaves it to you for the character. How about the dialogue itself? Is it mostly you stick to what Rob has written?
He always films what's written, and in the case of Doomhead, I pretty much stuck entirely to obviously we filmed it, and pretty much stuck entirely to what was in the script, because in many ways Doom had such a controlled character and had so much basically he was written in such a specific way that there was really no need to improvise anything. It was just word perfect almost every scene, especially that opening monologue was incredible. In the case of Foxy, he's a lot looser, and so we improvised after we'd shoot the scene with with what was written on the script. Rob would often come up to me and go, "Hey man, why don't you try this?" And he'd give me some little ideas to do, and then I would go over. He'd literally go behind the camera. Then about 4 seconds later, go action. So I'd have to pull myself together and then go and improvise, usually with Bill or Sherry, some kind of craziness that Rob would set off. And then so we did a lot more improvisation on this film, or I did, with the character. But in the end, we always shoot both. But Foxy's he's a loose character. He definitely comes up with some mad shit.
Oh yeah, it's great lines.
What's that?
I was just saying, is there a lot of chemistry already there, since it's people you worked with in 31, but then you're playing different characters?
Definitely chemistry with Sherry and obviously with Jeff. But in this case, because I obviously had a lot of stuff with Sherry, the chemistry was there because the work we'd done before, and she's an incredible actor. And my favorite stuff, in fact, in 31 are the scenes that we have together at the end of the movie. I just love that stuff because of her, and her performance really raised my performance so much. And so I was very excited to be working with her again. And there's the connection there. When I work with her, it's unlike anyone else I really worked with. On the other hand, Bill I hadn't worked with before, so getting there and immediately riffing with him and really feeling the connection with him was one of the highlights of the whole project, because again I had so much respect for him as an actor, seeing the work he's done in the past, both with Rob and outside of Rob's world. And then connecting with him in that way was great. But there was from the moment we started, there was a real connection between all. Obviously, those guys have it already, but a real connection between us and a chemistry that I was always hoping would come across in the final film, but it seems to be from the reaction I'm getting from people there, which is great, that there seems to be this chemistry that clicked, and I'm really excited that people are saying that when talking to me about it, because I really felt it while we shot it. But you never know, you shoot it and you feel chemistry, and then when it comes out on the film, for whatever reason, it's not there, but it really feels like it with this one, and from what I'm hearing, it's there. So
it definitely does.
Good stuff.
Yeah. And so when you're...
Thanks. I'm really pleased about that.
You're very welcome. When you play a horrible person, you're doing horrible things, and you're a villain, but yet you're likable because you like all the characters. Is that something you do in the acting, or do you think it's just the way the characters are written? Or do we just like
the way it's written and the way I think that's Rob's. I think that's part of Rob's genius. I mean, the man is incredible. He's like a creative force of nature. I absolutely adore him. He's without doubt. If you put a gun to my head and said, "Who's your favorite director?" There's no doubt in my mind to be Rob Zombie. I mean, not to take anything away from Spielberg and Ridley Scott and all these incredible directors I worked with. He's incredible. And one of the things I think he's done with these films is he has everybody rooting for the people you really shouldn't be rooting for. I mean, the things they do are pretty fucking insane. But, I think all of us have this desire to, all of us, especially those of us who love his films and his music, feel like outsiders and feel like rebels, and we're fighting against the system. And so I think it really appeals to that in all of us, especially those of us that are outsiders. And so there's a kind of magic to Rob's films. That's why his fans are one of a kind. I mean, they are amazing. The sweetest people, but many of us feel like, we're the outsiders. And Rob's outsiders in these films are the ones we're rooting for.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, guys, I'm so sorry to interrupt, but we just have 2 minutes left.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah, you mentioned, we both mentioned you doing horrible things and stuff. When you film like brutal scenes, like the whole home invasion, and everything, what's the vibe on set like when you film something like that?
Yeah, it's like we're having the best time ever. It's hard to. It's just an absolute laugh. Really enjoy it. I remember at one point we're filming this scene, and it's a real centerpiece of Brutality in the middle of the film. It's just crazy. And I thought, this is both Rob and Sherry are vegans. I'm a vegetarian. Bill and I are, we don't drink. I haven't drank for a long time. The zombies are very, they're not party animals either. So everybody's like, Jeff Daniel Phillips is there, and he's got to be the sweetest human being on the planet. Honestly, he has got the biggest heart of anyone I know. And we're all sitting around. I thought, these bunch of honestly lovely people, we're all making this movie with this brutality and madness and mayhem and murder going on. It's really quite incredible. I think that's probably why there's so much heart in these films as well, even though, as you say, they're incredibly brutal. And this one in particular is a real brutal film. We just have so much fun making it. It's a real laugh. It really is.
Yeah. So last question, did you keep the Disco Sucks t-shirt?
Man, I didn't. Really sucks. And then I've heard they've actually made a copy of it, which I think quite a few people have been picking up. So I think I got to get myself one of them, because I did not keep the original. I think Rob probably has it down. He's got in his basement, he's got a bunch of memorabilia from his different films. So maybe Disco Sucks is down there. I'll have to break in and steal it one of these days. I think my head from Halloween 2 is down there, so maybe I'll take that with me too.
Yeah, I think you deserve them.
Just don't
tell. I won't. No one listens, just so no one will know. So September 16th through the 18th, Fathom Events, 3 from Hell. As a big fan of Devil's Rejects, I really dug it, so I think people will like it.
Great. Thanks, man. Thank you.
Thanks for doing this. And I think show me your salami mother.
Thank you.
Yeah. Show me your salami motherfucker. That's my favorite line. So.
Fantastic.
Thanks.
Thanks, man.
Yep. Bye.
Take it easy.
You as well.
Scream Queen!